Hello and welcome to my salsa home. Today we want to talk about the 7 struggles every salsa beginner will understand. Intro. Okay, before we actually start with the video, we will tell you what we were struggling with the most. So maybe Dany can go first and tell us what you were struggling with at the beginning.
Yes, when I was starting dancing salsa in my town, they were dancing LA style. But I didn't like the way they were dancing. But there were other dancers telling me, Daniel, you should dance Cuban because you can move better, blah blah blah. But then I started dancing Cuban and trying to find YouTube videos, and well, I didn't like any of those, so I was like, what should I do now? And then I suddenly stopped. I stopped dancing, and then until I found someone like Oliver Pineda, and then well, okay, so I start dancing and mixing LA and Cuban, but I think we will talk about that point later. But this was my problem in the beginning, finding my style and finding the way to use my strength, and yes, this was for me my biggest problem.
So, and now it's your turn. Well, my biggest struggle was thinking too much about patterns. This is really a struggle I had. I can't really relate to the struggle you had because really I had, like my brother, I watched him dancing and this inspired me to dance. And so this is my idol dancing still. But really, like thinking about patterns while dancing, really to make it perfect, and I'm too much stuck in my head and in the basic, which is getting better, but I'm still struggling, yeah.
And maybe you can tell us what are the struggles you were dealing with in the beginning, or probably you are in the beginning, then this is the perfect video for you. So check this out, and now let's start with the struggle number 1. Struggle number 1, dancing to the beat. I think that in the beginning, if you start dancing, I think that technically the salsa basic step is not a big problem. I think it comes to a struggle when they try to dance to the music. So especially when they are trying to apply the pattern to the music. Yeah. So finding the beat and doing the steps to the right beat, that's the big issue. And that leads us actually to the struggle number 2, which is dancing to the right counting. So if you start dancing, especially the count number 1 and count number 5 sounds really similar. So many of you probably will dance on 5 or on 1. Depends if you're on 1 dancer or on 2 dancer. If you're interested, we have prepared a special class how to find the 1.
Struggle number 3 is leading and following properly. You might know the situation when you, as a beginner, you have a dance with someone, with a partner, and you practice a lot, and then suddenly everything works out perfectly, which is super nice, but then you switch partners, and then suddenly nothing works out anymore. That's when you don't lead properly or you don't follow properly, right?
Yes.
So that's a struggle especially beginners have to deal with, and yes.
If you're also interested in Jasmine and I, we have done a beautiful class which is on YouTube, how to lead and follow properly. Check this out, this could help you especially as a beginner. Struggle number 4, dancing like a robot. As I said in the beginning, that technically to dance the basic step is nothing special. It's just moving forward, backward, nothing special. But it's about how you do it, okay? So, and sometimes I see like Rain Man, if you know the movie, they're, dancing like robots. So the clue is here to focus on the movement, especially based on your body. So it needs to become natural. And listen, it takes time, especially if you're a beginner, it takes time until all the movement comes into your muscle memories. So try to be patient and just dance. Dance, do your basics, and that's it.
Struggle number 5, this one I can really relate to a lot, is thinking too much about patterns. This is when, especially as a lead, you have your basics and then suddenly you think about the patterns, about your next move, and then you do one pattern and then you're stuck in your basic. You're just continuing the basic because you're just in your head, you're just thinking a lot, you're not paying attention to your partner, you're not smiling anymore, and this is one struggle I can really relate to, especially all beginners I think can relate to, and a big one actually.
Yes.
And especially this one leads us to struggle number 6, which is not having fun, not enjoying the dance, especially when you're thinking too much, focusing too much on patterns or not on your partner, then you just don't enjoy the music, you don't enjoy the dance with your partner, and then you don't have as much fun.
Exactly. About the struggle number 5, when you're a beginner, but you want to look like a pro, also there I have a special video, because that's what Mary said. If you, can I be the man?
The man?
So
Yeah.
if I think too much, you know, then I'm always in this movement, right? So, and if you check this video, look like a pro, there it's about that you, instead of leading like that, you go in this position all the time. That looks better. So I was talking about just to lead with one hand. That looks better. Check this video out, it will help you at least to look like a pro. So a little bit like also fake it until you make it, you know? So everything is good. Struggle number 7 is developing and also finding your style. I think many dancers try to copy other dancers, and that's totally fine and also important. In the beginning you need to copy, so try LA style, try the New York style, try the Cuban style, and then try to create something new, something unique, something which suits to you. Yeah, go and try to find your strengths within dancing. It's really important.
So guys, that's it. 7 struggles, especially beginners will understand. But please use the checkbox below. We are curious to know what were you struggling with, and hope to see you soon again.
Dance to feel it.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.